Welcome back to Dark Underworld. We are back with episode 4. Last week we rolled Obligation. We rolled a 7, so Obligation does in fact trigger. Stick around to see whose Obligation is up next. We also have our XP spent summary. So Keenan bought the talent Quick Draw. Shay bought the talent Grit. Ragro bought the talent Toughen, and Mott chose to save. We also need to roll Destiny tokens. So if everybody could go ahead and click the Destiny token button. 2 light side. Ooh, 2 more light side. 1 dark side, a dark side, and a light side. Okay, so we have 5 light side and 2 dark side. Amazing. As usual, this episode is powered by RPG Sessions. You can try out their free virtual tabletop made specifically for Star Wars or Genesys RPG. Down in the description below, there's a link, or you can go to rpgsessions.com. Also, Patreon members, Asachman, Nathan Gervais, and Logan Williams, thank you so much for your support and with some of our ongoing costs related to the show. So let's get into a recap of what happened last week. So the players decided to go shopping and upgrade some of their gear. They walked over to the warehouse where Shay worked on some pirates' weapons to upgrade them. The pirates had been run off, and the worker, Aurora, or Rory, pretty much said that they chased them off, but Shay and Mott, they found a note with coordinates to where the pirates were possibly headed. And it was apparently an old Republic shipyard / junkyard. So the players take a taxi to the outskirts of town to this old light rail system that's also probably from the old Republic era. They managed to get this thing up and running with Shay's phenomenal rolls and some also not phenomenal rolls too. But they go along, and right before they reach the end, the tracks are actually out over a massive ocean reservoir. They have the jump ship. They swim over to this service hatch. They go down, and they take this tunnel where they're attacked by some rats, and they take some good damage in there, but they manage to prevail, get out the other side, and
silly rats.
Spend the night at this train station where they fell asleep. So last night, everybody went to sleep, knowing that the morning would bring a steep challenge of sneaking aboard the pirate's vessel and searching for the missing page. Everyone slumbers peacefully in the cold dark of the old public ship, junkyard, and repair depot. Everybody can recover all strain and 1 wound if you did not at the end of last session. After a long night in the cold dark, everyone but Ragro is woken up by a loud rumbling sound slowly getting closer and closer. As you wake up, it looks exactly the same as it did the previous night. Dark. The only lights are the walkways and on the pirates' ship's exteriors and on the exterior of a massive ship coming your way. In the half-awake state that you are in, you see through the dark an absolutely massive capital ship flying towards you and eventually flies overhead. It seems to match some of the other ones here in the junkyard, but it's been heavily modified and painted black and red like the rest of the pirate fleet. It looks like an old Republic cruiser, similar to like a Star Destroyer, but about 30% or so smaller, has more rounded design. And you watch as it flies over to the other ships, and then the other capital ships and fighters enter into its hangar bays on the side. But moments later, you notice that Wookiee is still asleep.
Nate?
Those ships went into the big ship?
Yeah, so they parked inside of the capital ship.
And Nate, just yes, to make sure, this is all still like underground under Coruscant, right?
Yes.
Like the lower levels?
Yeah, yep.
I'm envisioning, if you've ever watched Treasure Planet, at the very end, they're inside the planet. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of envisioning, spoilers for Treasure Planet, but I'm envisioning it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm envisioning also that there's probably somewhere on the planet that has some sort of way for ships, like bigger ships, to move down somewhere. So that may not be like the main entrance that everybody uses it.
So this giant capital ship came through. It woke us up except for Ragro,
and it ate
all the other ships. Yeah,
are now inside of this one big ship.
Okay. Shay looks around just to see if the others noticed, and just kind of is like, "Did you see that?"
Yeah, I guess we're just boarding one ship now.
Yeah.
That is a massive
she
ship.
She just points at Ragro. Someone want to wake the Wookiee?
Hey, big guy. I kind of like poke him.
Yeah. So Ragro opens his eyes and sits up, and he sees 3 of his Wookiee friends standing over him, either over him or nearby. And Ragro, you immediately notice that you're inside your hut on Kashyyyk. You often dream of your past life, but this time it feels different. The detail in your mind is much sharper than usual, and you have a hard time telling if this is a dream or reality. Now I need you to roll a daunting discipline check.
I hope this is like it for the whole game. I hope we get 2 different adventures.
I'm a Wookiee.
Like I said, it was gonna go swimmingly. One failure, one advantage on the discipline daunting. That's fun.
Okay, so the advantage is that you can take a boost die to all checks while you're in this dream state. The failure is that you don't know that you're dreaming. You think that you're actually, you're actually where you're at.
I
That
look
makes
at
sense.
him. I look at him and I'm just like, hey, you okay? You weren't waking up.
Keenan just says, "That's right. We need to get moving here soon. They're distracted. Looks like there's a lot of activity going on over here. We should probably get your Wookiee friend up. Ragro, come on, let's go."
Come on, big
and
guy. You got
To
this.
Ragro, his Wookiee friends are telling him pretty much the same thing. Like, come on, it's time to go.
What? Okay. What do we look like
today
as
the day?
Wookiees?
You
You're
look
a blue
like
Wookiee.
You look like three of Ragro's friends on Kashyyyk, his closest, three of
Varying
his
heights,
closest
maybe?
comrades.
Am I like the short Wookiee?
Of the one, you would be the shortest, I'm sure.
He's actually just a child.
Come on, Ragro! Come on, big boy! Let's get going!
You guys might be mad at me because I made us run off rails. To be fair, they were 1,000-year-old rails. That's not exactly my fault. I feel a little underappreciated. I did some incredible things, and sitting over there, I just thought I didn't feel very appreciated. I made a droid out of literally scraps in a dump and scouted for us. And I got a 1,000-year-old train to work. I didn't even think it could work. I just wanted to try, and I did. Yes, I needed a little help from a droid, and things didn't go right at first, and we did have to bail. But it was incredible, and it wasn't really appreciated.
You got everyone else wet. That's all I'm saying.
A little wet, but we got here in record time. Just saying, I'm not trying to be overly needy. There isn't much I can help with when it comes to fighting or brute strength. Yes, I can solve puzzles, and yes, I can fix things in a fight that's not that helpful. I see that. But when we're not fighting things, I can be useful, and I just want to be appreciated for it.
Keenan walks over to Shay, puts a hand on her shoulder, and says, "Shay, you are pretty incredible. Just like me, I'm pretty incredible.
Oh
We're
my
very
gosh.
both incredible. Nice job, Shay. Well done."
She pats his hair and goes, "You have to ruin things, don't you?"
What? What? What are
Never
you
mind.
talking about?
Mott, can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, big guy, might as well grab your weapon or whatever. And I'm gonna, kind of flutter over towards you.
I appreciate your point of view on things. I like that your mind can see things I can't. That doesn't happen often, so I appreciate it. And your plans, while far-fetched, once we actually get them put into plan form, pretty solid. We need to work together to make this actually work. If we're gonna go up there and not get anyone killed and actually figure out what the heck we're doing, we need to work as a team. And we weren't. I almost shot you. Well, I didn't actually. I wouldn't have actually. I was thinking about turning around and just leaving though. So, let's try to work as a team. Bygones be bygones, move forward from here, and not kill each other. Deal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to die, and I guess since we're going to fight a bunch of pirates and, do stuff, yeah, sure, you got a lot of value, I guess, since you're good at computers and stuff in a way that I'm not really technically savvy. And
Think back to the bar when we stole 3,000 credits. I wouldn't have thought to do that. You thought to do it. I was able
I
to
couldn't
help
have
you
done it
do it.
without your help, though. You were very important to that, so.
Exactly. We need to do more like that. We can make an awesome team. We just need to actually do it.
Yes, I'm willing to do that. And
Deal.
and to show as a show of good faith, I will also do a thing that Keenan has done, and I flutter a little bit higher and put a hand on her shoulder. And I'm like, I respect you genuinely this time and what you bring to the table.
Thank you.
It's cool that you made a robot.
Thank you. I just need to hear that occasionally. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you're not going to hear it super often from me, but
No,
every so
that's
often, I
fine.
guess.
Once was good enough.
Yeah.
She just laughs and she's like, all right, now let's not die and get a page.
Yeah.
So
let's
during
go make
that
some money.
conversation, Ragro and his friends, at the point of this memory, have been planning a coup against the chieftain. And so you think you kind of put together that maybe one of your friends feels underappreciated for their effort towards that goal. Maybe specifically having beef with one other of your friends. And so they're kind of discussing that from your perspective. But I also don't want to downplay. I don't want you to. I want to be clear that just because you're in this like alternate universe state, the things you do still matter. So like, don't feel like okay.
No,
don't feel like you can't like do stuff because you're in a different state.
Doing it in a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ragro will kind of like appear super groggy, like go up to like the two of you. You weren't sure if he was paying attention or listening or whatever, but like just mumbles something like, glad the two of you could make up. And then like continues like walking off somewhere.
My
Did you
Wookiee's
spike his
pretty
water?
good, but I missed that last part.
I was wondering. I'm
Ragro,
not that great
not
at
that
Wookiee,
way.
but that was rumbly.
So, are y'all gonna at this point head towards the ships?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you want me to send my scout ahead as we're heading that direction?
That would probably be good, just to make sure as we're heading that way, we don't run into any sentries or any other guards or anything like that.
All right, Bumblebee, give us a lookout ahead of time. If someone's coming, let me know.
So the Ragro, the three other Wookiees, you know, they're kind of talking as you guys are walking along about how they're going to sneak into Grozor's hut and steal his Reek blade. You know, this is a kind of blade that's passed down through Wookiee generations, and it represents a Wookiee's skill and honor in combat. You and your friends have been planning a coup in order to take the chieftain spot away from Grozor for some time now due to his increasing tyranny, but in order for it to be recognized by the rest of the tribe, you must fell him with his own Reek blade. So now you are, as a group, going to his hut.
You paying attention, Ragro? What do you think about all of this?
I think we got a good plan going, and as long as we execute it properly, we'll all come out the other side.
Yeah, see, Big Guy says we can probably climb up there. It'll be fine.
As you guys are walking past the players, you already kind of know what it looks like. It's like kind of a metal, dingy sky bridge of sorts that's like barely lit. But for Ragro, your village in the treetops is pretty massive for a Wookiee village. It's extensive enough that it almost is like a city. There's bridges that connect between huts and shops and other platforms. But as it's still very early in the morning and the sun has not broken through, most of the shops are empty. So after some walk, you finally make it to this capital ship, or for Ragro, the Grozor's massive hut.
Have we taken a
Question.
second to make sure we've
Done our
disguised
disguises.
ourselves?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you can do that on the way. Yeah, I'll let y'all talk about that.
We're gonna use the disguise kit on Mott because he's the one that would stand out too much. The rest of us are just gonna use makeshift things, like I'm probably gonna move my headband down and cover my face a little more, and like, or put my goggles on and, you know, just move stuff around so we look a little more piratey. Other than that, we just gotta make Mott
Yeah.
look not like Mott.
Should I use like an accent or something? I could talk differently.
Might be a good idea.
What
I
do
don't
they
know.
usually
It's-
sound like? Can anyone replicate their like voice vocal patterns or anything like that?
I don't know if I've actually spoken to one.
I actually think your voice is pretty good for a pirate voice.
That is true.
Or wait a minute. You think my voice is like? You think I sound like a pirate?
You would blend in very well, yes.
I feel like I should take offense at that.
No.
No.
It's
No.
a
No?
wonderful compliment and talent that you have.
Listen to
Hey.
pretty boy.
Yeah. Whatever.
We need to disguise you. And
Let me-
keep
So
let
you
me try to
stopping,
use this
stopping a bit away from
Yeah.
the ship, you stop to put this disguise kit on Mott. You have a little bit of leftover materials to create little like red fang logos to also go on your clothes, I'll say.
Awesome.
To Ragro, you guys are disguising your friend as Grozor, painting him into like all black fur.
We gotta make sure they can't tell that he's not who he is.
How do I look, Ragro?
You look, it looks fine. We gotta hurry up and do this.
Got it.
I guess Big Guy's right. We should get moving.
All right.
So you finally reach the capital ship. It is about 50 to 60 feet above the platform. How do y'all want to get up?
Well, here we are.
I'm only
Time to
slightly
start
excited
climbing.
about this.
I got a climbing belt, so I can get up there. I got one of those extendable, like, bat belts. Concealed climbing cord belt. But it's only...
Wait, hold on. I don't think this is a problem.
25
For, I don't
meters.
have my wings out, do I?
No.
Oh, this is a problem for me.
Those things don't have wings.
Yeah,
We've
look at
battened them
that.
down.
So Nate, we're at the entry point. It's a. Can you describe it a little bit?
So you guys are on this walkway. The ship there's kind of various points where the walkway branches off to the sides and kind of extends horizontally. And so the ship is kind of above one of the horizontal decks that you guys can walk down. There's various like ships and speeders and old vehicle equipment pretty much like everywhere attached to like almost every single available attached spot. But the ship is maybe like 60 feet above you.
All right.
Might be a really bad idea, so I'm gonna run it by you. I can get up there with my little extendable belt. And then I can get one of the speeders and bring it down and pick you guys up.
Are those speeders are not on the same platform we're on currently?
Yeah, there are some ships attached to the platform you guys are standing on, but they may not be like it's a junkyard, so they may or may not work.
I can see I can get one of these working.
I think that's a good idea. 30 minutes or something? I mean, how long does that take to do?
Let me look them over, see what condition they're in.
Roll an average perception check, but add 1 setback dice because it's all very old tech and you're not exactly sure what you're looking at.
Woo!
Failure, 1 advantage. I'll say that for the advantage, if you want, you can describe the kind of thing you're looking for to maybe get some help.
Okay, so this one is missing this it's a box that's got 2 electrodes that go like this, and when you plug it in, it goes zap zap. You just gotta find a box with the 2 electrodes that go zap zap.
Can I roll perception?
Add 2 setback dice because not only is this all old, you don't know anything about mechanics.
And
It's a
she
very
explained
vague
it goes zap
description.
zap.
So average 1 success, 2 advantages. Nice. So you managed to kind of like you kind of like look around and you kind of just see this one little speeder that's right next to you. It's open top and you kind of just take a peek and you step down and you pull open the box and you see the 2 wires and you just go zap zap, like just like she says, and the speeder somehow comes alive.
Hey, not Shay. Hey, One-Eyed Sally. I think I got us. I think you should look at this. I think that's what.
Did I explain it well enough that you got it? It went zap zap?
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure. It's technology's a little confusing at times. Why don't you take a look?
It's running. Good enough for me.
It's not gonna like fall or anything. Like this isn't just like the preliminary stages. It's like this is good.
As far as I can tell.
Hey,
Good
Let's
job.
load up.
Rosor the Red
Jump
strikes again.
You guys all step onto this speeder. Ragro steps onto a little like elevator
Come on,
lift
Ragro.
thing that lifts up to Rosor's hut. So yeah, you guys take the speeder up and it's very rickety. This thing does not fly amazingly, but it's a little scary. It gets the job done. You manage to park like right on the inside of the hangar bay. And I'll say, who's flying the thing? I'll say an average piloting check. Planetary.
I'm guessing that's planetary.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
great.
2 success, 1 advantage.
You successfully and smoothly fly it all the way up to the capital ship, and I'll say the advantage is that you managed to land it very quietly as well. So you enter into
Needed both
this massive hangar bay, and there's all the ships you saw earlier are parked here. There is a railing, like a second level that kind of goes above the inside wall. You see a mechanic kind of like over on the side working on some sort of panel. And as are you like sneaking around? Are you like looking around? What are y'all doing when you're up there?
Keenan
We're
looks
walking
over to-
like we've been here before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keenan looks over at Shay and says, well done, Shay. Now, everybody, as we
Hey,
move
hey, hey.
forward,
That's not her
One-Eyed
name.
Sally,
There you go.
act like we just belong here. Just
I'm
move
looking-
like you own the place.
I'm gonna be walking with everyone. As we're walking, I'm looking for a panel I think I could hack that is a little bit off to the side, maybe down a hallway this way, or maybe in a just an area that not everyone is, so that she could do it subtly.
Sure. What do you
as
want to
they're
do with
walking-
this panel? Like, what is your?
She wants to see if she can get a layout of the ship
Ooh.
Sure.
by like connecting her data pad.
Yeah. Okay. There is
Keenan-
one.
can Keenan say
So
something real
there's
quick?
there's that worker that's kind of near the main one for this hangar bay.
Okay.
So as you guys, as we're starting to move in, he's gonna just kind of get close to everybody for a second and say, "This isn't the first time I've been on a Red Fang ship. I've never been on this one. This isn't the first time."
You don't think that would have been important to tell us? I don't know, like last night?
Am I the only one that's never been on one of these stinking pirate ships?
Well,
Yes.
I've been slightly nervous to know what to do about all this. My goal here is finding that piece of paper that we need.
I'm gonna like grab him by both shoulders. I'm gonna grab my like the lapels, not the shoulders. He's probably wider shoulder than on my arm span, but like I grab him by the lapels and I'm like look him in the eye. I'm like, you are the gavel. You are the gavel.
I'm the gavel.
You've never been on this ship before, and no one is looking for you because you are
The gavel.
right.
The
Yes,
gavel.
good. Okay.
Yes.
And I like kind of like pat him on the cheek.
He had to lean over for it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. the Red. Thank you.
Come on, let's keep
Close
moving.
enough.
The more we dawdle, the more difficult it's gonna be.
All right, let's
Agreed.
find a terminal for One-Eyed Sally.
Let's find another one, not this room.
Okay, so the only other doors that you see in this area, there's one. So how I'm imagining it is, it's kind of a very long rectangular hangar, and you guys parked kind of on a corner, kind of towards what would be the front of the ship. On that side of the hangar, towards the inside of the ship, there is a door that is closed. There is also another door kind of in the middle of the hangar, and then there's a third door that is kind of 75% of the way to the end of the room.
I want to look around as we're like walking, as we're moving, just to see. Mott's a kind of gross guy, but he's gotten along in life by looking at other people and mostly copying what they're doing to try and like avoid being noticed. Can I like look around to make sure we're not going in the wrong door, or like if it looks like everyone's going to like the same location, that I'm like, hey, we should probably move that way, or like, just kind of like, yeah.
Okay, so
Right now in our room, it's just us and this one dude, right?
and all the ships that are there too.
Yeah.
I will say that Mott, you recognize that the ship that you guys escaped off of is inside this hangar as well.
Oh,
Initially.
yeah. I'm gonna lean
But-
over to Ragro real quick then, and I just want to whisper into his ear and be like, hey, yo, big guy, don't worry, we've got this. We'll find him. I believe in us. And then I like kind of pull away, and I'm like, yeah, you good on that?
Yes,
All right.
obviously.
Keep your eyes peeled.
As Mott is kind of observing around, he's actually able to make out a small sign that's next to the door close to where you guys came in, that says it's maintenance. And then you can kind of piece together that the door in the very middle, it's a little bit bigger and wider, so it's probably cargo. That kind of puts the third door is the one that probably leads into the actual ship.
I would like to relay that to everyone in like a small group huddle. I'd also like to say, all right, wait, real quick, we didn't talk about this before we got on the ship, and it's probably really important, but which one of us is the guy in charge?
With this sweat that's kind of going down Keenan's brow, it's like, of course I am.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah, we work for the gavel. If anyone asks,
Yes.
he's the guy we could, we point to. Good.
Yes.
Ragro, you're good on that?
He just nods a little bit, like he's got like a quizzical look on his face, but like he agrees.
Like, you're fine with that, right? You're right, big guy? No problems?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's get out of here.
Okay, you relayed where the maintenance closet was, right?
Yeah, I relayed just the 3 rooms and what I
Okay.
saw from them.
I'm gonna walk over there and go in and act like I'm supposed to be there. But if all 4 of
Sure.
us do that, it might not look realistic. So if one of you want to go stand outside the door while I do something, or one of you wants to go in with me, not all 4 of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my dice. I'll be like, I got this. We're gonna go stand in front of the door, all right? And we'll just look like we're gambling over something. That way the other Wookiees don't think there's anything suspicious going on here.
It works for me.
That's
Great.
That's a good
so
plan.
Shay walks through the maintenance door, and it's kind of a some relatively narrow hallway, and it eventually lets out to these stairs that kind of go up to a catwalk that kind of oversee a bunch of like wires, pipes, coolant systems, etc. And it stretches for a bit in either direction.
I'm wandering around looking for a place that I can wire in.
So how far do you want to go to find that place to wire in?
So she's on a catwalk. Can she look down and see them still?
No, the way you kind of walked in maybe 300 feet before you got to
Okay.
the stairs of the catwalk. As you walk up to the top of the catwalk and you look down either direction, you can see that towards the front of the ship, it kind of seems more of the same of what's underneath you, just kind of like general maintenance related things. Straight ahead, there's stairs that go back down and look like an identical hallway in front of you. And then if you look down towards the back of the ship, you can see the faint glow of what you imagine is the reactor.
I'm gonna start one direction and I'm gonna send Bumblebee the other direction, looking for the connections that I'm talking about.
Sure.
And just
Are you,
first
so
to
you're
find
going.
them.
You're staying inside this little area,
Mhm.
the maintenance area. Okay. So I'm imagining you're gonna walk towards kind of the front of the ship, and Bumblebee's gonna look towards the back of the ship. Bumblebee kind of scouts around, and after a few minutes, he chirps at you that he found a plug-in near some of the mechanics' quarters, where they stay.
Okay.
They're like their rooms are down here. There's a plug-in or two over there.
Okay. She heads that way.
As you walk down the catwalk, it's maybe like another 5 to 10 minute walk just to get there because the ship's massive. And you reach another staircase on either side, one leading to, you can tell like a kind of a hallway, and inside that hallway there's a couple doors, and the other one leading to a door that above it is labeled cargo.
Which way was the droid?
The droid was going to be near the doors in the hallway.
Okay.
So
Then I go.
yeah, as you're walking down, to your right is cargo, to your left is where your droid is with the mechanics
Okay.
quarters.
I'm going towards the droid.
So you find the port plug-in down there.
Okay.
You start plugging in.
No, I'm gonna listen to hear if I can, like, because you said there's doors right there, right?
Yeah, it seems to be like a living space.
I'm gonna see if I can hear if there's anyone inside those right now before I try to hook up.
Okay, so there's 6 doors. I'm gonna say roll an average perception check.
One failure.
One failure. So you listen in and you're not really able to hear anything.
All right, then I'm just gonna tell the droid to keep a lookout at the doors, and I'm gonna plug in.
Okay, sounds good. I will say it's not a very big hallway. Like there's kind of, it's 6 rooms on this one little teeny hallway. Inside this teeny little hallway is a plug-in. So like if somebody were to open their door to their room, they would like immediately see you. So there's no like
Okay.
looking out.
Okay, then never mind. I'm just gonna hide the droid and plug in.
Okay, so you start plugging in, do a average computers check.
2 successes.
2 successes
advantage.
and 2 advantages. Great. Okay, so I'm going to say that you plug in and you manage to pretty easily find and download the schematics to the ship. And then is there something you would want to use your advantage on?
She wants to try to memorize at least the part that would get her to like the living quarters.
Sure.
Well, I guess we were under the assumption that we were going to have to go through the other ships to look for this one dude that had the piece of paper.
Mhm.
Are they unloading out of their ships onto this one big ship? Or are they staying on their little ships on the big ship?
A lot of, so you can come back to everybody else and see if they want to check on the other ships, see if they're empty.
Hey guys,
Yeah, hey.
Yes, Shay. Yes.
should I
Sally?
be
One-eyed.
looking for the staying quarters of people, or do we want to check and make sure they're not still on their ships?
I'm sorry. Are you looking for a med bay, or what are we looking
Well, I
for
can do
again?
that too. I was looking for like the living quarters to see if we could find where people would stash their stuff. But if they're
Oh.
not disembarking their ships, it won't matter if I find it on this ship.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Yeah, do you want us to look to see if it looks like they're like getting off their ships?
Yeah, just see if their ships are vacant.
Yeah, I can do that. So, you've been gone for like what, 20 minutes now?
Yeah, I found what I needed. I've got the map. I just need to figure out what I'm looking for. If I don't need to find those, I'll just find a med bay. We'll fix that up and then go from there.
If you want, you can download the map.
I'm gonna do that.
That can be your 2 advantage. You can download it.
Okay, I'm gonna download the map. Never mind. I'm just gonna head back towards them.
Great. Do you want us to like check now, or we just wait for you to come back?
If you want to check on my way back, I got a little bit of a walk to get there.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a look at some of these, and can I look around and like kind of see? We've been hanging out here. Does it look like people?
You haven't actually seen anybody come in or out of those ships the entire time you've
Okay.
been down there.
And that other one person is still here.
Yeah, he's still working. Roll an average perception check.
Survey says 2 successes.
Nice. So as you're sitting there kind of playing with the dice, guarding the door, you actually are pretty easily able to overhear this mechanic worker seemingly frustrated, seemingly just grumbling about whatever situation he's in. You can't exactly make out what he's saying, but he does not appear to be having a very good time.
Can I call him over?
Sure.
Like, hey, buddy, come here.
What?
Like, I'm on a losing streak. You want to tap in for me for a little bit real quick, see if you get better luck?
I can't right now. I gotta fix
Oh,
this.
come on. It'll be fine. It's just a quick game or 4.
No, thank you. I really have to fix this.
Oh, what's got you bogged down so much that you can't play a game real quick?
No time for games. No time for talking. Just let me concentrate. About this time, I'm gonna spend a Dark Side Destiny token. One of the doors to the mechanics' quarters opens up, and out steps a Rhodian. It says, "Who are you?"
Who's he saying it to?
Me?
Shay.
Okay.
Oh.
Did I already download it and I'm unplugged,
Yes.
or am I still plugged
Yep.
in?
You are already unplugged.
What do you mean? Who am I? I was just doing some maintenance for my ship. Who are you?
There's only 6 maintenance workers.
My ship, not this ship.
Your ship.
Yeah.
What do you mean
the
your
one in
ship?
The one that's docked, bro.
Roll easy deception check.
I'm not the crazy one. You are.
Gaslighting is fun.
One
Success
success, one
and
threat.
1 threat. So as you're standing there, you're trying to make him seem like he's the crazy one. He kind of stands there for a moment and he kind of just like mumbles something to himself and shakes his head and turns around and goes back in his room and closes the door. But like your leg is like really shaking because I'm almost getting caught. So take 1 strain.
Okay.
It's a little stressful.
I am definitely heading back out now.
Sounds good. What's everybody else doing in the hangar bay while she's walking back?
I'd like to
Gambling,
look
apparently.
to Keenan. Yeah, I'd like to look to Keenan as the guy's trying not to open up to us.
Work your magic, seduction man.
Well, I don't say that, but I look at him.
That's the look you give him, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm a pirate now. I'm a pirate. I'm the gavel. I'm the gavel. That's what he's been saying. He's just
He's
off to the
covering up
side
too much of the hair.
as you guys have been gambling. I was like, I'm the gavel. I'm the gavel. Sounds like One-Eyed Sally's coming back for a moment, and he's still just kind of a little uncomfortable with where he's standing. He's probably not even realized, that Mott and that other service guy were talking.
All right, so then, yeah, what are you doing then? Like, what's really keeping you from like playing with us? A quick round. I mean, gambling is in our blood, bud.
Gambling isn't your blood. I'm already in enough trouble as it is.
Oh, is that any way to talk? Come on.
Keenan will
something.
Keenan will move
Persuasion.
over to him, kind of taking maybe a cue from Mott, like, let me see if I can do something here. And he's Keenan's gonna move over to this guy.
Okay. So this maintenance worker, he's wearing like a maintenance worker uniform. He is kind of a middle-aged, probably in his mid-50s human male. He has kind of like balding on top of his head, maybe a little bit overweight, and he's like frantically like kind of picking at the data port.
Keenan will move over and say, "Oh, what's your name? What's your name?"
You don't need to know my name. The less you know about me, the better.
Why? Maybe I can help you here.
How could you possibly help me?
Because I know lots of stuff.
Do you know how to... Oh, never mind. Just... And he kind of is like
What?
stressful,
Come on,
like fidgeting
come on,
with this
man.
thing.
Whatever you're stressed about, I may be able to give you a hand. And afterwards, you'll be stress-free. You'll be able to go back, maybe do some gambling with the others. Get some food at the mess hall. Come on, man. What can I do to help you?
Roll a hard negotiation check. Actually, I'll say
Can I
average. Roll
give him
average negotiation check.
Can I give him a bonus dice by saying something?
You can assist him, but let's see what is your negotiation. It's also just okay. It's just 3. So yeah, you can give him a boost die to help. What do you say to help him?
Like, yeah, look, this is the gavel, man. The gavel brings justice down. He will know how to fix any problem you've got.
Great, sounds good.
3 successes.
3 successes. And he kind of like frustratedly stops what he's doing. Look, just don't tell anybody, okay? I may or may not have stolen a little bit of cargo to gamble with, and I may be lost it all. So I'm trying to fix the cargo log to show that this was never here. But they just implemented this new encryption thing, and I can't get past it.
Keenan moves over and says, "Look, buddy, it happens to the best of us. Who hasn't skimmed a little off the top, right?
Yeah.
Your secret's
Is
safe with
skimping
us.
10,000 credits a little off the top? Do you really think that the captain of the Red Fang will let me live?
Wow, that is a score." So how about this? I see an opportunity to help you here. We just so happen to have another one of our associates. You heard of One-Eyed Sally?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, really? Come on, One-Eyed Sally? She's hacked into just about anything this side of the Inner Rim. She's legendary. Look, she's on her way back. She had to check out some stuff. Let's give you a hand, and maybe you can help us with something sometime soon.
He kind of just like looks at you like, nothing ever comes for free. What do you want?
Of course. I mean, come on. What are we? We're not pirates, right? And Keenan just sitting there like, what should we ask for?
A favor, just a favor.
Hey, look, what's your name? What's your name? Come on.
Raxley.
Braxley? Wait a second.
Braxley.
Braxley. Oh, yeah. No, I haven't heard of you. I think we can help each other here. You see, we're looking for a specific thing, and this is a big ship. We've got a lot of places we could try to check out. But how much do you know about this ship here?
Well, I've been working on this ship for the better part of 8 years, so I'd say I know it pretty well.
Perfect. As soon as we get One Eye Sally here to help you out, I'll let you know what maybe we can have some help from you.
Fine, just make it quick. They're supposed to be doing an inventory check, and like the chick says, watch 30 minutes.
Oh, we got time. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Throw some dice with us while you wait.
Yeah.
I think I've learned my lesson. You two go ahead. Thank you.
Just remember, winners always quit before they win. Or something. I don't know. I don't gamble that much. Yeah.
I get on the comms. One Eye Sally, are you heading back?
I should be there in just a minute.
We need your assistance here.
Oh
Braxley
no, what did
here
you do?
has nothing. Braxley here has just something that you can maybe help him with, and maybe he can help us with.
Oh, so we're making friends now?
Yes, we are.
Did you ask him if he knows where a guy with a page is? Because that's descriptive.
Well, I can't just ask him that. He may have no idea what that is. So
She's laughing, by the way. You can hear her laughing in your ear.
I want to
Real
pull
quickly.
Ragro aside
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
because Mott's kind of thinking about that. Like the Braxley's nearby here, right? So I want to kind of like whisper over to like the Ragro real quick. I'm gonna be like, Ragro, okay, so we know there's a guy with a page here somewhere, right? And if we need that page, we should figure out like the best way to find him. My guess is maybe we do something based around like the fact that he was on world. Like we know his ship was here. So if we ask this guy to figure out what ships were here recently, that should be pretty good. But it doesn't sound that way to Ragro. To Ragro, it sounds like, so we just have to find the sword, right? So the best way to go about finding the sword would be to, I don't know, ask this guy who's doing the inventory where they keep it, right?
It would be by like all of where he keeps like his trophies and stuff. Like that's where he would keep it. But like also that makes no sense to Mott.
You think it's by the trophy? What are you talking about? That's not where they'd hide it at all. It's got to be by like all the food.
His prized possessions.
Where else would you keep that?
So about this time, Shay walks out of the maintenance hatch. What was she doing in the maintenance hatch? She's not a maintenance
she had to
worker.
just check on a couple things.
I was getting a tool from a friend.
I won't question it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, right now is not the time for you to question anything.
What am I doing? What do you need help with? What'd you do wrong?
Let's just say I misplaced 10,000 credits from the cargo area, and I need to patch the log to make it so it never was there.
Looks at Keenan. What are we getting out of this?
He hasn't said yet.
Undisclosed favor. I like it. Okay.
Okay.
You have to do what we say. We got blackmail now. I mean, what? I didn't say that. She sees what he's looking over and sees how she can help.
It's pretty much just a data port at this point.
Oh.
It's not going to be that easy. It's encrypted.
Encrypted. She plugs in her data pad and sees what she can get into.
Sure. Make it a hard computers check with 2 setback.
One night Sally used to crack into the
And remember, you guys do have
We have plenty
Destiny
of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank
Use
you. I'm
one?
doing that.
Okay, 1 light side
Do
destiny
it.
token.
Yeah.
Should I use more than one? Can I use more
Can't
than
use,
one?
No, you can only use 1
Oh.
per check.
3
Nice.
success, 1 threat.
3 success and 1 threat. Okay, so you managed to break into the system and you start removing like the credits from the log.
They
but
were
it's
never
in-
here.
But it's in bunches of like 500. So you have to like manually go in and you're racing pretty much a clock that'll kick you off to remove. But so you managed to get it down to only 500 credits unaccounted for instead of 10,000.
Okay. That was from 3 successes?
And a
Jeez.
threat.
Oh, a threat. The threat. I see. Okay. I got rid of most of it. It's still about 500 credits off.
500 credits. Okay.
It booted me before I,
I
could
can-
get the
I
last
can-
bit.
I can make that work. Yeah, 500 credits. That's not that much. They can just
500
if,
credits
if I
isn't
get
worth
caught, they can
killing
take my wage.
someone.
They can take my wages for the month. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. You saved my life.
You owe me? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
One Eye
what can I help
Sally's
you with?
the best.
So, someone stole something from us. One of the other pirate groups that are on the ship. We want it back.
I don't know about.
Don't
any
even know how he
stolen
got it
item.
off our ship.
I don't know
It's
how.
one
just
of
a
the
piece
group-
of paper. He might have
It's-
bragged about it because it's a really fancy piece of paper.
I haven't heard anything about a piece of paper.
It would have been one of the ships that's been on planet recently because they would have had to come in contact with us.
Most of these ships have been here for at least a few weeks. This main ship's the one that just arrived. However,
I know.
oh, and he kind of like, he looks down and he notices your leg that is injured. Oh, what happened to your leg?
Oh, I haven't had a chance to go to the med bay yet. I'm clumsy.
You do have a med bay here.
Anyways.
Have you, I don't know what the med bay is like on your ship, but here we actually have a really nice med bay with a really talented medical droid. I can tell you where that is.
You want to walk me there while we talk about this person that I'm trying to find?
Sure. Sounds great.
She's kind of like motions like, come on, guys.
So and he kind of like points to you like to follow him. Come this way.
So-
This is the way in.
One of these ships had an item on it. I think got stolen recently. I don't know. We heard stories about it. It would have been that same ship. We were like, ha, poor suckers, not us.
Sorry, my brain did not process what you're trying to tell
She's
me
talking about the artifact getting stolen by Mott and Ragro. She's like, we
Oh.
heard about it getting stolen off a ship. Sucks for them. It wasn't us. But do you know which ship it was?
I haven't heard anything about any of that.
There's
Really?
that
I heard
high
it was some
intel
fancy
activity.
artifact.
I'm mostly keep to myself down in the mechanics quarters.
And it sounds like you just arrived here on this ship, correct?
No, I've been here on this ship. A bunch of
This
the other
ship just
pirates
arrived.
recently just arrived. But I typically I stay on this capital ship, and I typically keep to myself. You know, pirates are rough creatures, and best if I just stay
I
away.
take that as a compliment.
Not you. Other pirates.
Anyways.
So he takes you up into this. It's kind of an elevator. So you get inside. Doors close. Moves upwards. Doors open, and it's another like really short hallway that leads into a square room. And as you walk in, it is a security checkpoint. There is one person kind of behind a desk near the far wall. There is a door next to that desk leading to the left. There's a door that's straight ahead, leading straight ahead. There's a couple like seats and stuff around the outside of this area. They have various scanners and stuff to scan bags or people. So as you guys walk in, you notice that there is currently a pirate holding a male Twi'lek with binders behind his back, hands cuffed behind his back, currently like processing him. And as you walk in, yeah, we caught this Twi'lek. He was trying to steal from the first mate. Well, I don't think he's been part of this group very long because he knows that's not a very good idea. So I need him to be put in the brig until we can figure out what to do with him. And the person behind the computer screen taps a few buttons, and the door opens up, and he starts to lead the Twi'lek down the side hallway.
The whole time, she was watching his Leku to see if he says anything, because Twi'leks are able to talk with their Leku, like just doing like pretty much sign language. She was just making sure he didn't say anything like they're lying or something like that.
No, he didn't say anything.
Okay, then she don't care.
Is that true? We like to talk through like that's
It's really
culture, man.
Yeah, it's really simple language. It's like yes, no, help, lies. It's very simple language, but it is a little bit of language, and they can talk with their Leku. I like Twi'leks a lot.
I shouldn't even be on a Star Wars RPG. That sounds like something I should know. Like,
It's not common knowledge. That's not common knowledge. Anyways, as we get in there, she just looks at him and is like, you work on this ship. We can just get passed through, right? So we don't have to like deal with all of this.
Yeah, I got this. And so he kind of walks
Thanks.
up to the pirate behind the security computer. Oh, hey, Borak. Right, it's Borak, right? And the pirate grunts. Yeah. Listen, we just gotta head in. It's mess hall. These are 4 of the new mechanics. I'm showing them around. We're gonna grab some food, if that's all right. They don't quite have their badges yet. We can get them set up. I'll bring them back, and on the way out, you can help me set up their badges and stuff. And the pirate just goes, okay, fine, go on. What were you gonna say?
No, I just say yo to him like a
Oh.
pirate does.
Like a
Yo.
pirate.
Yo
Our
ho
matey.
ho.
Yeah.
He kind of looks back and he goes just like a slight nod, like he just doesn't want to be at his job right now.
I'm gonna
buddy.
Can I pull Ragro aside again?
Oh no.
I was kidding. No, this is a simple one. They'd be like, these guys are very bureaucratic for being pirates.
Ragro hears,
That's
I didn't think that Grozor would have a guard standing outside of his house at all times.
You can never be too careful.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, so from Ragor's perspective, this mechanic worker is like another just security person or something for for Grozor.
Yeah.
As we pass that checkpoint, and the guy that's standing there, sitting there, whatever, that doesn't really want to be there, and I kind of, smack him on the shoulder, kind of point to where they just took the Twi'lek out, and I was like, another one trying to. Oh, that's just disgraceful.
Yeah, no, you'd think these idiots would learn not to steal from, whatever. They're just not smart. I have no sympathy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, who would steal from the first mate, right? An idiot. Idiot would do that.
They kind of just like looks at you like, uh-huh. So as you walk through the security checkpoint, as you go down, there's a hallway to the right, and then there's a hallway to the left, and then further down, there's a door to the right, and straight across from the door to the right, there's a hallway that goes to the left. And then straight ahead, past another room, there's a hallway that goes to the right, and then a little bit further, another hallway that goes to a hallway that goes to the left, and then another hallway that goes to the right, and then there's a security checkpoint on the other side.
We got a map.
So there, yeah, they all have. I don't have a map that doesn't have words and spoilers on it, so I should have maybe prepared a little bit better. But as you walk past, there seem to be some signs on the hallway to help with like navigating and stuff. So you can see like straight ahead, there's the crew quarters and break room. There's arrows to like a med bay, mess hall, training hall, storage.
I would like to say once more to Ragro, wow, they put up a lot of thought into building this tree.
So
Signs
Ragro
for
doesn't see any.
everything.
Ragro doesn't see signs. It's just
Oh,
at this
okay.
point he's just inside what the equivalent of like a Wookiee mansion of a hut.
Like, wow, look at all the pictures on the wall. His family looks so nice. It'll be a shame once we kill them.
As we're moving, we're still heading towards the infirmary,
Mhm.
the med bay.
Red Bay? Yeah, so that's gonna be that's gonna take you to the first hallway on your left.
I'm letting the dude
So-
walk us there so he can be like, hey, can you help this person out? And I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So he leads you down the hallway. You take the first left and you manage to walk for another like 15-20 minutes down this hallway. You kind of come across an intersection, and then but you keep going straight, and to a door on your right there is the med bay, and he kind of like opens it up and he kind of like stands outside and points you in, and he says something along the lines of here's the med bay. Thank you again for your help. I'm going to get back to my station before anybody wonders where I've gone.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
We won't need any identification to like get healed, right?
No. So you walk in and there's immediately, it's kind of maybe like 10 infirmary beds or so, and they all have like some level of machinery next to them. There's one single back to tank in the back corner, and there is a protocol droid, medical droid pretty much, that once you walk in, kind of in the corner activates, hello, welcome to the med bay. How may I assist you?
I'm in pain.
Please seat on one of these beds while I inspect your injury.
She does. Injuries, plural.
Oh, multiple injuries. Well, let's check these out. So this droid is going to
He pokes it. Ow.
yeah, he kind of takes your boot off and lifts like the bottom of your pant leg, as you kind of lift your leg up to show him where it's at. My, this looks quite serious. Please bite down on this while we operate.
What?
And he kind of hands you a like something made out of rubber that's for like clamping your teeth down on.
Wow.
Is there nothing you can do that won't hurt as much? There's a freaking back to tank over there.
Please remain still, remain calm, and your injury will be healed momentarily.
She motions to Keenan like, come here.
Wow.
She just grabs his hand like, this is gonna hurt.
Hey, yeah.
You get to hold my hand.
It is painful. Take 3 strain.
Ooh.
However, you manage to be healed of the triumph and the successes. They can heal both of your critical injuries. So after maybe like 15 minutes of working on this, you're like screaming in pain,
Keenan's
and
hand is
Mott
purple.
and Keenan are both kind of like standing there like,
Ouch. Oh, one-eyed. That's
while this
ouch.
is happening, though, Ragro, you feel kind of an otherworldly tug out the back door. So while they're all standing there, are you going to follow the tug?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you kind of quietly step backwards through this wooden door. You take a step out to the left and then to the right, and you manage to kind of walk around, and the details of inside of Grozor's house are very much kind of a blur. It almost seems like in this moment there's like one sole focus you're headed towards, but you're not exactly sure what it is, but like you have this weird feeling like this is where you need to be going. You walk forwards, you turn, and you see this large chest made of wood, and you open up the inside, and there is the reek sword or the reek blade.
He kind of like breathes a sigh of relief and like checks over his shoulders to make sure nobody's there before grabbing it.
So as you reach down to grab it, you put your hand around the hilt and kind of lean back, stand back up, and you hear behind you, "Hey, who are you? You're not supposed to be in here." And all of a sudden, the world kind of dissolves and you find yourself standing aboard a pirate ship. Inside your hand is the book, and the page has been reattached inside of it.
What?
Okay.
Is he still with us in the in the med bay?
No, he is in
I'm off on my
he
own.
is in a very large room. He's standing up above a desk that has a bunch of papers and tablets on it. There are various like weapons along the wall. There's a pretty fancy bed. You manage to see that there's a logo on this pirate's chest that seems to be relatively higher rank due to like the number of dashes on the logo.
Yeah. His first thought, he's kind of been like barely conscious throughout this to some degree, but also like not really, right? He would probably just like try and like scare them off. Not necessarily like saying anything in particular, but just like Wookiee yell, scream type of deal.
This pirate is a human male. However, he is about 7'2" and very muscular. And
Still a Wookiee.
he also
Still a
is
Wookiee.
brandishing a vibro axe.
Oh, hey, I have one of those.
Touche.
It is a very intimidating weapon, to be fair.
So what does Ragro do? You said Ragro roars at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna stick with that for now.
Ragor roars at him, and this human seems to be completely unfazed. Actually, no. Do a coercion check. And you're doing it against
we're gonna upgrade
2
it.
reds and a purple.
And you know we're upgrading one of those. I already did that. I did. No.
0 success.
0
So,
successes.
evened out. So he just kind
Come
of
on.
he stands there through the roar, and he manages to pull out his vibro axe off of his back, and he kind of just swings and gives you like a very like evil smile and gleams like
Okay.
an evil smile. And the screen cuts back to the medbay.
Okay, that's fine.
Can
That's fine.
I notice that Ragro is not here at this point?
Roll perception average, just a passive perception roll.
Ooh.
4 success and a
When
threat.
I'd
So it
say
takes
success
you
and a threat?
it takes you a little bit of time, but you do manage to know that Ragro is missing.
I think he's trying to
I
take
like-
my leg off instead of fixing it up.
I think you're trying to take my hand off. Ouch! Just let
And
up a
about this
little bit.
time, the droid goes, "There you go. All of your injuries have now been healed. If you have anything else, please come back soon."
No, don't touch me. Go away. And she just gets up and starts
And the
walking
droid
out.
kind of stands up and goes back into its corner and shuts back down.
Hey,
Ow.
guys, the cannon is missing.
The cannon. Oh,
Oh, the
how'd
cannon.
you not notice he was missing?
I took a nap. We came in here. I took a nap real quick. It was gonna take a while to fix your leg or whatever. I don't know.
Sleep through screaming?
I mean, you know, you get used to it.
When you live on the farm.
Oh no, buddy!
Can-
Oh no! No, you're not supposed to get used to that.
We should probably go find him.
You know what they say? You never really leave the farm.
They do say that.
Stop it!
All right, let's head out into the hall and see if we can get a idea of what direction to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my my cannon senses.
I'm gonna use my intel of the map.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna roll. I'm holding chance cubes. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a better idea than what I was thinking.
Also, can we hear Ragro? Because he is Ragro and he is loud.
About this
And
time,
eventually
you
you
roar.
scream.
about this time, you do hear a roar coming from somewhere around the corner.
That way. She starts running that way.
So you run, and so when you leave the med
Oh, hey,
bay,
I can
you
run.
walk out to the right when you follow the noise. However, there appear to be 2 directions at this point. One direction leads straight into some sort of room you can't really tell from that distance. The other room has quite a bunch of branching hallways.
Can I tell what direction the yell came from?
So when you left the med bay, you knew it was to the right.
There's a lot of options over there, yeah?
There are a bit of options, yes. Yeah, but I mean, like, you at least you haven't noticed, nobody's really mobilized in that direction. Like, nobody seems to be in a panic yet. Maybe because, you know, the ship makes a bunch of noises and stuff all the time. But, you know, you being accustomed to being around a Wookiee, your ears are maybe a little bit more attuned to it than the average person.
Okay. She stands there for a second, shows the map to the guys, and is just like, which way do we go?
So you see that if you go one direction, it's escape pods. If you go the other direction, you will pretty much hit like the leadership's cabins, leadership's rooms. Then there's various rooms. There appears to be like a captain's quarters, a first mate's room, and then a quartermaster's room, or the place where the quartermasters all stay. And in order, on your left, it'll be quartermasters, then captains, then first mates.
All right, let's think this through.
And the
If
other
I were
direction
the
is
kid-
Hold on.
where you came from.
He's not going towards escape pods, so we just go towards the rooms and see where the noise is coming from.
Yeah. If I were a cannon, I'd go wherever I could make the biggest bang.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cutting back to Ragnarok,
Yep.
roll
That was clap
initiative.
for the fun.
Now, do I get to roll vigilance?
Yes, you get to roll vigilance. You just woke up from a dream. You were not expecting to have to fight anybody.
Good. Okay.
Uh,
I'm still gonna fail this, aren't I?
Still failed. So he's going to,
Like I said.
yeah, he's going to charge forward, and actually, you know what? He has his axe in one hand, but he's actually going to draw his blaster pistol with the other hand and take a shot while there's still some distance between you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not,
And I'll give
I
him a
don't mind.
setback.
I don't mind.
How much armor do you have?
I have one range defense.
1 defense, 5 soak.
And then I'm going to add an extra setback because he's currently wielding his axe in his other hand. He's not planning on attacking with it, so
Yeah.
I'm not doing dual wielding rules, but he is, it might affect his aim a little bit.
Uh-huh.
3 success, that's
For me.
10 damage, and it does crit.
Yeah, of course.
Good. I'm glad for him.
Why are we critting? We just healed crits.
You managed to, everybody else
any
managed
qualities
to
on
hear
that?
a
Or?
blaster shot coming from pretty far down the hallway. So I'll say that you can piece together, he's probably in the first mate's room from that blaster shot.
Any particular qualities on that blaster shot I should be made aware of, or is it just
Uh,
kind of just blank across the board? It's blank, right? There's nothing
There's
special about it.
no vicious or anything.
Okay, so just the 5 damage and a crit.
Yeah,
okay.
just 5 damage and a crit.
No, just blazers.
Okay,
not
just
bad.
5 damage and a crit. Roll crit. Off balance. Add setback to the next skill check. Yeah, we're going up. He's angry. He's angrier now that he got shot.
So the
he's-
first mate's like, as he shoots though, he's like, "You think you can steal from me?"
Why, yes, in fact, grabs my vibro axe and charges him, swinging. I'll take the 2 for the extra maneuver if I have to. And then I'm going to take an additional strain to upgrade that. So we got melee upgrade, and then we're going to use a point to upgrade.
Wow.
Because we wanna roll the best we can.
Go get him,
and
Shannon.
that's against average, right?
It'll be
Does
average.
he have any
Correct.
defense?
He has 1 defense.
Okay, so that's an additional setback. Oh, hey, look
One
at
success
that!
and an
One
advantage.
success,
Nice.
1 advantage.
Yeah,
Total before Pierce is, I believe, 10.
10 damage.
No,
ignoring
11.
2 soak.
11.
11 ignoring 2 soak.
11 ignoring 2 soak, yes. No, 12. I'm sorry, I have a crit this time instead of just a regular injury. So 12 ignoring 2 soak.
Okay, so you managed to take a swing at this guy, and he kind of lifts his vibra axe to block it, but it manages to like push his vibra axe kind of like slightly into his own clavicle. What would you like to use your advantage on?
I'm gonna use that to take a strain back.
Could I
Kinda
make a
like-
request?
Oh,
Perhaps he bumps into the door.
Opening it?
Yeah.
I think the door was already open.
Oh, okay.
He left it open
Yeah.
when he walked in.
How about this?
I see it as like we're in the back of the room, right?
So I'm envisioning it that if the room's a really long rectangle and the door is on one side, the area, the desk that you found it is kind of like in and on the direct wall to the left. So y'all are kind of somewhat near the
Yeah.
entrance to the room.
Oh, so we are
Mhm.
the.
So I
fighting
imagine like you kind of
Okay.
with where you actually hit him and pushed him back against a wall is
Mhm.
on the other side of the door, which is like in the middle of the room. So if like this is
Gotcha.
if this is the short wall, the door is right here. You kind of ran from over here, pushed him against
Gotcha. Yeah.
the opposite wall.
I have a request. Can I use a destiny token to say that while we were in the med lab, we picked, or like the medical area, that we picked up a handful of stim packs?
Sure, I'll say that you can pick up 4 for a destiny token.
I realized I
Wow.
wasn't carrying any.
Thank you.
You're fine.
I also don't have any.
So about this time, everybody else can
Oh,
just,
I used
I'll
this
say you
one.
just join in. Everybody roll initiative. It's back up to round 2 though. You guys at this point are kind of prepared for the combat, so roll cool.
So we
Make
have
sure you
our
add
guns
initiative.
drawn and
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You heard blaster shot. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
which
See, that's
PC
what I'm
would like to
talking
go
about.
first?
Do we have icons? Oh, he's already gone, so I guess it doesn't really. My special trait doesn't actually matter.
I'd say
Trustworthy.
about this time, you guys managed to run into the room, and you kind of see Ragro pretty much up against this guy, like interlocked vibro axes with this human, like kind of pressed against a wall, and part of his vibro axe like digging into his shoulder.
I'm a pew pew.
Okay, sounds good. Take a shot, and you need to add 3 negative upgrades, right? Because it's adversary 2 plus an ally in engage range.
Mhm.
So no, that's not 3 setbacks.
No, those
that's
are
gonna be
setbacks.
3
Yeah.
bad upgrades.
I mean, you do need 1 setback for his defense.
So it's
Do I
gonna
have to
upgrade-
maneuver or can I aim?
Or that's 2 reds, I think. You can aim.
You got this.
Do
I,
some
I have
success. Nice.
Yeah,
How
there
much
you go.
damage does that
Yeah.
do?
So many blank dice.
8.
It's 10 damage
Let's-
total. You shoot this guy kind of like
What is
right
spin
into like the side of his gut almost area. Yeah, he still manages to be like holding on in this interlocking thing with Ragro. However, he is struggling a little bit. Who would like to go next?
I have a question. Rapid reaction says that I can suffer a number of strain to add an equal number of hits to initiative checks. Strain suffered cannot exceed ranks in rapid reaction. Can I spend the 2 strain then to do, or the 1 strain to do that then?
Yeah. So just roll 3 success and 1 advantage to initiative.
I can force roll 3 success and 1 advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can roll just 3 success and 1 advantage, and then add to
I
initiative.
can just cheat on my rolls whenever.
Did you add it to?
You'll never
Well, it
know.
shows.
There you
It
go.
It's not
shows.
obvious or anything.
Like,
Right.
wow, Mott's getting great rolls all of a sudden.
Wow, 7 successes. How did that happen?
You can even
Oh,
roll
you'd be
7
surprised.
crazy.
What the dark side can do for you.
Who would like to go next?
I will throw a bola.
Sure.
So I pull
Are
out
you
a
sure,
bola.
are you sure
and I'm
Ragro
like,
doesn't want to go next, so that way Ragro can not be in engaged range with this
I mean,
person?
that's-
while everybody else-
oh, hey, you know, that's
That's
probably
fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he did just get shot, so I could probably like take one more good swing at him and then like throw him aside so that I'm not like directly engaged. Does that work or yeah? Okay. Or is it
Instead
like
of moving yourself, you move him for your maneuver.
yeah.
I'll say you can like attack him and then move.
Fine, whatever.
I mean, if you roll,
My
if you roll,
idea was
if you roll a triumph, I'll let you do that instead of
Okay,
instead of
fine.
critting him.
Fine.
Incentive.
I spent another strain to upgrade my melee. Okay. Okay, it's just a flat, boring nothing.
Zero
Zero
success.
successes.
0 successes. And then what do you
That's
do
fine.
after? What do you do after you after this?
Take a maneuver to like. It kind of looks like we're like trying to get into it. I don't have enough like angle or like leverage to get like the actual full axe like good swing on him. So I kind of just like shove myself off of him for like a little bit of momentum to get back, and then putting some distance between the two of us.
Yeah, so he manages to kind of like press against your axe enough that where like you weren't able to dig the axe into his shoulder anymore, and you kind of use the momentum of him pushing to kind of take a larger leap backwards to get out of range of him.
Yeah.
So, who would like to go next?
I could throw a bola, unless Jeff, you have a better idea.
Do we know yet that Ragro has the page? Any indication?
Not yet.
And we're just
We're not
opening
spoken.
firing in a pirate ship here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not firing anything.
Hey,
I have a
hey,
good
he shot first. He shot
He shot
first.
first.
Yeah.
I saw that they were engaged. She didn't hesitate to shoot.
My attacks
Yeah.
are quiet.
Mine are not.
You heard a gunshot, and you know Ragro doesn't use guns.
Yeah. And we heard him yell. Yep. Go for
Sorry,
it.
blaster
Bot.
shot.
I mean,
Alright.
go for it. Grozwar.
Thank you.
Brozor.
I'm like, all right, the cannon.
And
Nobody
Ragnar would
hits
be
our
like, "Why are you
cannon."
calling me Grozor?"
Yes, so I'm gonna grab my Ebola.
Yeah, grab your Ebola.
Get that Ebola.
A vial of Ebola.
I'm gonna grab my bola, and I'd like to chuck it at the guy's legs.
Okay. Roll. It's gonna be short range, 2 negative upgrades, and 1 setback dice.
if I can suffer 1 strain to gain to aim to get a.
You can just aim as your maneuver instead of
You didn't
moving,
move.
and that's because it gives you a boost die.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
And so
Then I don't need it.
if you want to, you take strain. You take 2 strain if you ever want to take an extra maneuver.
Then yeah, so I will just aim and just throw the bola, and believe.
Oh.
But I didn't believe hard enough.
2 failures and 3
3
advantage. So you manage to hit him with like the rope part of the bola, and it manages to knock him down. So I'm gonna say actually, like you manage to tie up his legs, and like he kind of looks up like he's about to scream, but like he opens his mouth and like no sound comes out, and you notice that he actually doesn't have a tongue.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Technically,
Like
I think he would still make noise. It just wouldn't be.
Sorry, yeah. It would be. It's not like he can't.
It's not words. It's just.
It's not words. It's also. Yeah, but the volume also.
You
The
can
volume
yell,
doesn't
sure.
also seem to be all there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Either. So it's kind of like really muffled, suppressed sounding. Like there's not only is his tongue missing, it seems like
There's more
his part of his
problems.
vocal cords. Like there's more problems than just the tongue. So he's
Okay.
more like maybe even like a raspy, like a.
Well, now I feel bad.
I don't.
Oh, he's
Don't.
still
He
he's
shot
mad.
me.
Like there is fire in his eyes. He is murderous
I'm
intent.
gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna take a maneuver to kind of like untie himself, take some strain to like move over to Ragro. He's pretty much running at Ragro. So this guy's gonna attempt to get out of the bola, and he manages to succeed with 2 threats.
Okay.
Somebody can take a boost die to attack him on their next person to attack. Keenan. Yeah, he's gonna get out, and then he's gonna stand back up, and that's gonna be his turn.
The gavel's about to swing. And yeah, Keenan's going to aim as well for his maneuver.
And
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
Wow.
You shoot him.
Oh, how
But
much
I
damage
don't
does that
like
do?
the look of that. display.
That
crits.
is going to do a total of 8 damage with a pierce of 2.
He manages to die.
How.
So he
He manages.
So you shoot him as he stands up right between his eyes, and he kind of just collapses to his knees and falls over. However, it made a lot of noise, and everybody do a hard perception check.
Hey, look at that, boys.
Hey, that's fine. Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Mine's still thinking. No.
Okay, so Ragro and Shay are a little stressed that maybe you made too much noise. Take a strain. Keenan,
Oh, technically.
Mott is also a little
technically
bit.
that should have an additional 2 threat.
Yeah,
from-
so take 3 strain.
You're stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I also taking a strain?
You'll take 1 strain, correct. Mott and Keenan, you both hear footsteps coming down the hallway. Though Mott, your triumph is you can find a space to hide all of you.
Oh, yeah. Can I like shut the door and hide all of us?
I would say
Just
that
shut the door,
you
yeah.
find.
Everyone under the desk.
Oh wait, hold on. Can I ask? Can I request it?
What do you want to? Yeah, what do you want to request?
Can I like glance across the hallway and see that there's like, I don't know, a garbage chute?
Sure. There can be a garbage chute like right outside your door, but before you get to the hallway.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, quick, everybody get into the garbage chute. It's the only way out of this.
Oh, great. Can I stab Ragro with a stim pack as we're moving?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Ragro begins moving towards the chute and then realizes the book, turns around and grabs it, and then he's the last one in the chute.
Can I before I jump in, can I see if there's like a nameplate on the door or something just to indicate who's
The first mate.
now been deceased?
It's the first mate that people were
First
trying
mate.
to steal from.
It is the first mate. Well, howdy do.
So y'all are gonna head down the chute.
I guess we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
They
We
jump.
have some escape pods nearby.
We do have escape pods nearby.
But there's some people between us
Yeah.
and them.
Or instead of taking the trash chute, if you want, you can use your triumph to find a hiding spot inside the room,
But,
or you find a
okay,
place to like
yeah.
stash the body.
He wants the
up
trash
to you.
chute because it's fun.
And-
Right.
I just think it would be
And
funny.
I'm
like,
willing to go with
Yeah,
that.
I'm willing to go with it.
but like, I'm also
Okay.
we
yeah.
lose whatever's in. Okay, I'm open to it just being like there's a panel in the floor that we realize he's like smuggled his own like dumb stuff. It's like, oh look, he's got like a rug over this panel. No one will ever know if we hide underneath the rug.
We'll find his rum stash.
And I didn't mean to quash your garbage chute.
It's okay. I mean, realistically, yeah. How would we get out of there without somebody at the outside? Anyway, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
We just
We
all
can figure
died.
that out.
We don't
Ron and
have
Luke and Chewie
R2
did.
yet.
We do have Bumblebee, but they don't hack.
Yeah, but we also don't get whatever's in the big chest in the room then. So I mean,
Yeah. How about this? Okay, so for the triumph, how about you're very quickly able to rewrap him in, like, to get his body to like conform to where you want it, to like stuff it into a closet. You're quickly able to tie up his body, shove him in a closet, and get an advantage to finding a hiding spot before whoever's coming down the hallway appears.
Sure.
I'm willing to roll chance die to see which one we do. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm willing to roll chance die
for the garbage chute versus
this idea. I'm willing.
Okay.
I'm willing to
It's
roll
your
chance
triumph.
die.
You can spend it however you want. I'm just giving a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's true.
If
It's
you
Well, I
want
want
to
to make sure the
garbage-
party's gonna have fun with it.
Everybody would. I think everybody would have fun with it either
yeah,
way.
either way.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just-
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Do what you
I'll-
want
I'll-
with that triumph.
I'll roll it as like a chance cube, and we'll see what it is. How about that?
Okay, so
Odds are
odds are trash. Evens are hide.
Yeah, we're good
Yeah,
with
sounds
that.
good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Odds are trash.
Leaving our
Evens are-
odds to fate.
Well, 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 friends.
Odd it is. Let's go.
Sweet.
I
don't
like that.
hesitate. We follow. I'll figure a way out once we're in.
Okay, so Mott kind of points to a trash chute that's nearby, right outside the door, and kind of like looks at Ragro.
I look at Mott and say, "You are not serious."
I don't see any other way out of this. Do you?
Well, wash your clothes, pretty boy. Jump in.
Someone would probably
So
have to
Shay
push
jumps in
Keenan
first,
in.
then.
Shay does not hesitate to push Keenan.
Oh, okay. Jay jumps in and pulls Keenan with
Yep.
her.
Let's go, pretty boy.
Okay.
I just got dry.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
We don't know it's wet down there. We just know it's trash.
I
Which is
jump
even
in. And I'm like, I've
harder
done this
to get out of my
before.
So you jump down the trash compactor, or not trash compactor. You jump down the trash chute, and you manage to kind of like slide down a metal tube for a little bit until you're dumped out somewhere on the lower level on this like conveyor belt that's slowly moving towards like an incinerator.
I roll off the conveyor belt.
You're kind of underneath the catwalk that Shay was walking on earlier.
Hey, I know where we are.
Oh.
Good. Maybe you can help us get out of here then.
I know how to get out if we were up there.
There's like ladders. There's like ways to get out.
Okay. Then she shows them how to get up
Yeah.
there and work their way towards the exit of which she exited last.
Okay,
Sure.
before we leave here,
This is
is
a
there
good break
anybody
spot.
else? Oh, yeah, that is a good
Yeah,
break spot. Okay,
This is a
I'll
good
wait.
break point. So we'll be right back after this message from RPG Sessions.
What's up, everybody? Sorry for that change of scenery and a little bit of a different setup. I'm out of town as we are putting together episode 4, but I wanted to really quickly tell you once again about RPG Sessions. They're a virtual tabletop made for Star Wars and Genesys RPGs, and it's made specifically for those systems, unlike others like Roll20 or Tabletop Simulator or whatever. So here's one thing you may not know about RPG Sessions. They actually have a Discord bot, so if you don't feel like using the game table, you can roll your dice directly out of your Discord server. The bot allows you to select your character and to roll, and it'll actually roll as your character, and everything syncs up to a game table on the website as well. So if some people prefer to use the website, they can, or if some people prefer to use the Discord, they can. So it's really up to personal preference. Go check it out. It's a really neat feature. Sign up today for completely free at rpgsessions.com or by using the link down in the description. Now, let's get back to episode 4.
Welcome back to episode 4 of Dark Underworld. Let's continue.
Real quickly, before we jump right back in, I don't know if you've noticed this shirt, but boy, do I like it. I'm very fond of this hoodie. It's very comfortable and it breathes like Egyptian cotton. I've
But
never
Joe-
worn that, but I think it
Joe,
breathes the same.
But Joe, where did you get it?
Well, that's a great question. I got it off of Nate. What's the website again?
Thanks, Nate.
TabletopEmpire.com.
You could find yours at tabletopempire.com.
Links down below. Hit blast, like, and subscribe while you're down there. Okay, so
Nate's like, I'm over this.
there's a ladder right next to the staircase that led up from that previous door where the hangar bay was.
Perfect.
Near the stairs that kind of lead up to the catwalk, there's a ladder on the wall.
Cool.
Right next to
She's
it.
leading the way.
Before we leave,
About this time, you hear
Boop, boop, boop. Well, this has been a waste.
oh, hold on. I see what you did there.
Ugh.
Okay, all right. 10 points to the gavel.
Well, it would be a waste if, and then he pulls out the book.
What's
That's
that?
the whole book. Where did
Yes.
the book come from? We were just looking for a page.
We have the book.
no, because
It has the page in it.
If he just pulls out the book, you guys wouldn't know that the page is reattached.
Right.
Did we have the
Right.
book?
Didn't he take the book? 2?
Yeah, we
No,
have
he
the
had
book.
the book. He already had the book.
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all don't. The page is now reattached into the book, but he's just holding up the book. Like, look what I got. Like,
Okay, yeah,
He's had the
we've
book.
had a
Yeah,
book.
we've had that big guy.
He's opening up to the correct page that was torn out.
Is it like, does it look
It's
like
there.
it's been like glued back in or like taped back in, or does it just look seamless?
It looks like it was never ripped out to begin with.
What the heck?
You found
I
it?
could do that.
Yes, it's
Are
there.
you
We
some
got
kind
it.
of Jedi
Let's go.
and you're not telling us?
That's irrelevant. Let's get out of
I
here.
have more questions. Anyways,
Wait, hold on. Real quick, Braxley. We're gonna go find Braxley and get him to get us off of this ship, right? Like, that's the plan right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what he owes
we're going
us.
back to where we found him, so let's go.
All right.
Um,
Also, everyone, once again, remember, these are pirates. So don't back down. If they're like, we think you guys killed him, we have to respond similarly. Remember, that's how it works. You respond to conflict.
We don't
with
have
more
time for
conflict.
this.
Let's go,
We
let's
need
go.
to leave.
Also,
Let's go.
All right,
even if we don't
all right.
find Braxley, we're just getting off this ship. Just letting you know.
So you guys go up the ladder and out towards the hangar bay where you and you see that your little old school beaten up little speeder is still parked there next to a line of pirate ships. But about this time you see a bunch of pirates like rushing out of the room where the elevator is.
So these ships, do we know if there's anyone on them?
You don't know that.
I really want to steal one.
Do these pirates look like they are all affiliated with each? Do these look like a bunch of different pirates from like different
They
crews? or
all have.
pirates?
They look not 100% homogenous, but they all the ones that you can see. They do have a red fang symbol on their chest.
Can I attempt something maybe here? That might be
Not allowed.
stupid?
No, sorry. Yeah. What do you want to do?
As they come out, Keenan activates this collar amp that he's been wearing, magnifies his voice. He calls out, he says, "Up in the first mate's quarters! They are up there! We're, quickly, get up there and see if you can help."
Yeah.
Trying to get
Roll
him to
deception.
Can I do leadership?
Because you're lying.
He's not
Okay.
technically lying.
Yeah. Well,
I
'cause
will,
he
I mean,
knows-
we're not
he knows
up
they're
there.
not up there
that's true.
anymore.
You did say
Yeah,
they're up there.
It's a lie. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
it's gonna be a daunting lie because they would have been.
Daunting.
I'm imagining that the guy who spotted the first mate at that point, he probably would have either seen y'all jumping down the trash compactor, or he would notice the open vent to the trash compactor with the dead body of the first mate.
Like I said, worth a try to do something.
Yeah, hey,
So
it's worth it.
It
I'm
might
gonna
work.
spend one of those destiny points
Do it.
and
Do it.
see what happens.
Oh,
No. Not
Okay,
horrible.
so they're all kind of running towards you guys, and you kind of shout out and say that, and they kind of stop, and the front one goes, "Oh, what did they say? He said they're still up there, but our boss said that he went down the trash compactor."
We just searched the trash compactor area. Obviously, we're coming from there. They're not in there. They must have hidden in the chute then. And I'm gonna roll deception
Roll
as well.
another daunting. Roll,
And I'll pass a
I like-
boost.
okay, roll a hard deception check because that's
And can I pass a boost with
a
those
little more
advantages?
believable. Maybe a little more believable. You may pass a boost.
2 success and 2 advantages.
Nice.
Oh, come on, men, let's go get him. And they go, ah, and like kind of like run past you guys. Yeah,
I look at Mott and just kind of give him like, well done.
I wink.
I'm gonna flip 2 Destiny side, dark side tokens.
Oh.
And
Oh.
over the intercom, you hear, "You fools! That's them! Get them!" And they all you start hearing like, "Oh, ah!" And they all kind of like this are running back towards you guys.
She looks at the guys and she goes,
No.
"Are we running away on the rickety ship, or are we stealing a cooler ship?"
Cooler ship.
She chooses one that she thinks she can pilot, and she goes for it. She doesn't know if there's anyone on it or not.
One with guns. One with guns.
There's a small freighter that's been painted black and red.
Does it have guns?
It's kind of more of like a box freighter-ish with like a single fin on the top and a wing on the side. It might get the job done.
Does it have guns?
You never know.
Does it have at least one gun?
It might.
Okay. Fair
Even
enough.
if it's the first one she
Yeah.
goes to, she's going for it.
While we're running over there, I'd
Yeah.
just like to say to all of us, just something to think about. They have a bunch of ships and a lot of guns. If we get in this and this has no way to defend itself, we're dead in the water. Dead in the water.
We're dead in the water either way.
Sorry, that was my pirate accent.
I would say you get to the ship. Roll mechanics hard to break into the ship.
Got it.
Are they still chasing us?
They are running towards you. Yes.
Oh, delightful. Very
Yeah,
pleasant.
you don't have time to fail any rolls here. So.
Okay, cool. I'm using a destiny token.
We are down to 2 light side and 5 dark side.
Even with a destiny
2
token.
failures and 3 advantages. So you're unable to get the hangar bay open. However, you are able to figure that out pretty quickly, and you're able to just kind of move on to a next course of action
Never mind.
without any like delay.
Back to the rickety. Let's go.
So you get into the rickety ship and you kind of start it back up, and it's very not smooth. One of the pirates manages to like jump as you pull off and grab onto the side. He's kind of like hanging off the edge.
Ragro, get rid of him.
I'll take the book.
His name is the Cannon. His name is the Cannon. Don't use a real name.
Rago grabs this guy by the hand and like lifts him up and leans over and just drops.
Wilhelm scream.
The Wilhelm
Yes!
scream.
Yeah. I need you to do a hard planetary piloting check as the main cannons of the ship are now shooting at you from the capital ship.
Can I co-pilot with
You may
one eye?
indeed.
Okay.
So is that just like a set or a boost?
If you don't have anything to offer, it's a boost die.
Yeah, I just got 3 greens.
Okay, yeah, it's the
for
same
my
as mine.
piloting.
Ah, 1 success.
Ooh, one success. So you manage to dodge and turn some of these blaster shots, and they're whizzing right past you. You're successfully
that boost.
managing to avoid the laser fire.
I'm getting us as far as this thing will take us to the edge. Like, just keep going. I'm just
Yeah.
until I feel like it's about to crash. I'm staying close to the ground because I don't trust it, but I'm getting heck
Right.
out of here.
Mott is kind of watching the ship behind, and he sees a lot of the pirate ships now starting to take off out of this capital ship.
One-eyed Sally, we got a problem.
I'm just trying to get back to the main street so I can get lost in the crowd.
Yeah. We might want to get lost down here on this level though, because they're putting out a lot of ships after us right now.
And you know that this thing is not going nearly as fast as the light train.
Okay.
Hot take, real quick. Just throw us into the water by that tunnel.
Again?
Yeah, if they think the ship crashed and we all died there, like if you can ideally aim it for the train, and then we'll just head to that buoy and hope they don't know about it.
We'd have to go back. Can I make that distance? Because we walked a while in the tunnel.
Oh, that's a really good question.
Um,
Like, how far are we from everything?
if you push this thing, you might be able to. It's probably a 5 to 10 minute flight in this thing.
Can I do
Ooh.
some kind of computer sensor sweep to see
Maybe
if
5. I'll
there's
say
any
it's a
kind
5
of
it's a
other
5 minute
tunnel
flight.
that goes up? Is that what we're wanting to do, or
We're wanting
I mean,
to
no,
go.
obviously
what
right now
are
we're just
around
trying
The
to.
entrance, I'll say like the entrance to the tunnel on the shoreline is maybe like 3 minutes away
Okay.
as opposed to 5.
So like if it would have gone, so like if we were on the train and we had gone across the bridge, the entrance on the other side. That's what you're saying?
The entrance on the side you guys are on that you exited the tunnel out of.
Okay. So to get us to get back
closer.
in the the
So
sewer
if
tunnel
you
to
wanted
walk.
if you wanted to get to the buoy, that would be about 5 minutes. If you wanted to get the other side of the shore, that'd be about 6 minutes.
Question.
That's like if you push this thing to its limit.
The width of the speeder and the width of the train. How different are they? Does she think that it would fit in the tunnel that the train came through?
Well, the train didn't come through a tunnel.
No, like, okay, so if we were riding and we went back to the buoy, when we came out to go over a bridge, it was just above ground?
Yeah, and the whole railing is just above ground.
Okay, then never mind. Take backsies.
What else is around us? Because my mental has
It's a
kind of
bunch
being
of
like
pretty
there's-
much. It's a bunch of just old Republic like ships, capital ships, speeders, freighters, cruisers, like corvettes. It's literally just all layers and layers deep of old Republic ships
Like a
that are in
junkyard?
like a dilapidated. Yeah, it's a ship. It's a whole thing. It's a ship repair. It's a ship repair depot and
Would the
junkyard.
ship, would the speeder we're on fit in the tunnel that we walked through to get out of? So we'd have to land and then
I'm
run
imagining that tunnel is maybe
in.
like
Like sewers.
2 Ragros wide.
Okay.
I think we just gotta lose them in the ships. Either we 2 options I see. We either lose it in the ships, we lose it in the water, and we make it look like we all died in the water, and then they scoop the water and try to find
Okay.
the book, and they
I've
can't
got
find
an idea. We're gonna weave and dip and dove and dodge through big shippage area until we get towards the water. If we get rid of them by dodging, great. If we don't, we're fake crashing.
Yeah, I think
Does
that's
that make
good.
sense?
Yeah, so you're gonna try to dodge and fly through the around like and weave through the ships
Yeah.
that are hidden in there.
How many ships are at this point coming after us? Does it look like we've been talking for like about half a minute?
There were, I think we said there were like 9 pirate ships that were there before the big ship arrived.
Is it all those ships? It's not like any smaller ships or
ones.
anything?
Those are all. Yeah, those are the ones that are now chasing after you.
Those are bigger than ours, though, surely, right?
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of like think like. Well, actually, I wouldn't say all those ships because some of those are like medium-sized, massive ships. Still, I'm gonna say that it's like 4 or 5 Millennium Falcons sized ships.
So in a speeder, we could possibly get into spaces that they couldn't.
Yeah. You are smaller. I'm thinking like the size of your speeder is about the size of the speeder that Anakin was flying around in Attack of the Clones at the beginning, the yellow one.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Like
Okay.
imagine that, but like old, dingy, dilapidated.
I'm pushing this thing to its limits, but that's what I'm trying to do. As we're doing that, I shout over my shoulder, "Hey, Mott, if any of them get too close, throw an explodey thing at them. Even if it doesn't hit, it's distracting enough for them to maybe turn."
Yeah, I can do that. Sure.
Difficulty is speed, which is 2, plus silhouette divided by 2 is 1. So it's the difficulty of 3 purple. The higher number between the two is how many dice, the lower number is how many reds. So it's going to be 1 purple and 1 red. You may go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to just roll like 1 roll for all the big ships.
Okay. Also, do I still have my co-pilot?
I'm still up there. Yep.
Yeah. Did you want to try to speed the thing up? It'll make the next check a little harder.
If Shay wants to try to do some mechanics check, and I'll do the steering this time.
I could do that if
We
I
could do
can try
that.
to like booster it by like wiring up things.
I'll say if you want to do a hard mechanics check, you can maybe try to boost the speed by
Okay,
1.
then I'll
Yeah.
I'll give over control to Keenan.
Okay. Keenan, while she's doing that, do an average piloting. Actually, I'm gonna say do a hard piloting
3
check.
success, 4 threat.
While Shay is currently like working on fixing up the speeder to try to get it boosted up, she manages. While she's doing that, Keenan is currently trying to fly the ship. So I'm gonna say just average. Make it average piloting.
Woohoo, one
Okay.
success.
Okay, so you are able to do this. Shay, I'm gonna say you're able to boost the speed by 2. However, you did it by tapping into the fuel line.
Yep.
You're gonna run out of fuel a lot quicker.
Yep.
So you have to like, it's kind of like a make a play now or never kind of situation.
Yeah. I feel that jolt that just kind of pins me into the back of my seat. Poof, whoa!
All right.
So who's actually gonna do the piloting for at this point? Are you handing it back to Shay?
It's up to you.
Because you both have
We have the same piloting. So
check,
do
right?
you want to try to weave?
Sure.
Use a
That's gonna be 3.
use a point destiny token.
So it's 2 purple and a red.
Okay, and I just used a destiny
Yep.
token. Let's cross our fingers.
We got this.
Ugh.
Yeah.
0
Well,
success,
that's-
advantage.
1 advantage.
You know what
to-
makes a crash look really convincing? When it's a crash.
Oh boy.
Hey, Mott. You know you wanted us to crash, right?
Yeah, we close.
Yeah, you better prepare for one. As he's clipping
like-
things in the junk, you know. He's,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Ragbro.
What, you gonna try to flutter with him?
What? No,
So
I mean,
at
we're
4
going down. I'm just gonna like hold on to
A
him.
flotation device.
Yeah. Let's see. They're also doing the same check, but they're moving at speed 4, which is still 1 faster than
Do you
but their
have
ship's
your
also
exit
bigger.
buddy?
They're going to use a Dark Side Destiny token
Rude.
to upgrade their roll by 1. You can also upgrade the enemy roll too.
yes.
Didn't think about that.
Yes, we
Didn't
can.
need to.
Yeah,
so
look at that.
some of these pirates Keenan manages to dodge and weave under and around some of these old dilapidated freighters, and the pirates try to follow along. However, 2 of them manage to crash into the side of a massive Corvette, and the other 2 round the corner, but it seems that y'all have vanished. The vanishing is because as you turn the corner, you manage to scrape the side of the ship along another ship, cutting off the fuel line, and all the power to the ship cuts. You manage to fall about 15 feet before landing on top and sliding across the top of another ship.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's the crash.
As you fly across the top of the ship, there's kind of another divot that's like 8 or 10 feet that it kind of like slides and falls down again. But it's out of sight, and you see the other 2 ships remaining fly right overhead past you guys.
Let's sit still for a second.
You're maybe 400 to 500 feet below the top catwalk you initially walked across.
We're
Okay.
not
This has been about a minute.
dead.
maybe we should think about moving out of this spot because they're gonna probably circle around.
I can try to find us
Yeah.
another
Keenan
vehicle,
tries the
or we can try to do this on
Keenan
foot.
tries the engine.
What if we just lay low for a little bit?
That's fine. What are we on?
I'm gonna say that you guys are on a Old Republic style Corvette.
Can I break into it?
So a Corvette is like, think kind of like the ship that Leia's on at the beginning of New Hope, like that size. It's pretty big.
I'm gonna cut a hole in it.
Whoa. Oh,
There's
I see
actually
what you're doing.
probably an emergency hatch somewhere on top.
That works. If I can find the emergency hatch, so be it. If not, I'm cutting a hole in it.
You can do emergency hatch, and because the ship's old and it hasn't been moving forever, it's not even locked.
Cool.
You're able to just kind of like open it. I'm gonna say like Ragro can do it with ease.
Okay.
Just pull it.
We're climbing in and laying low.
Before we climb in, just a thought. Mind you, I don't know for sure how smart these guys are, but if they know we were on that other ship that's currently on top of this ship and we just hide in this ship.
No, that's fine. We just have to get down. We can go out and go into a different ship to hide in.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's fine
as
then.
you open up this hatch, you look down, and the only light inside is coming from. Actually, like the only light nearby is kind of a distant walkway. A light, like it's really dark out here. You can barely see. You open up the top hatch, and it's even darker inside the ship.
Okay, is there, first before we go down, is there like a way off the side of the ship that we could get down without falling, or do we need to go down through the ship?
You probably would need to go down through the
That's
ship.
what I thought. Okay.
Okay.
Unless you want to use your climbing gear to like lapel yourself down to like a catwalk below or something.
Are there any other ships like next to it that we could like go down onto? I mean, I could rappel down onto.
There are no other ships on it. However, actually, because every ship is attached in some way or some form to a dock, so it's just levels and levels and levels of this. But because you're on top of the ship, you're maybe like 30 or 40 feet above where it's attached. So you could like try to rappel down.
Okay.
You can see the lights of the walkway below you.
I'm gonna rappel down and then keep my gear on. Like I'm just gonna stand there. I'm just gonna be the anchor. And I don't know if is the gear like thick enough that people could climb down after me or not.
So I would say it probably is thick enough to do that.
Okay.
However, like it's probably gonna take a check. So I'm gonna
That's
say
fine.
because it's on your belt, do it an easy. I'll say easy coordination check
Okay.
to be able to do that, and then everybody else is gonna have to do some sort of athletics check.
One success.
Our favorite.
That's advantage.
I say Ragro come
So
down
you were
first
able
in
to,
case someone falls.
You were able to pretty easily rappel down. You can heal 2 of your strain because now that like you've kind of had a moment after everything to happen, you're able to kind of calm back down a bit. How are the rest of y'all planning on getting down? Are you going to try to climb down individually, or are you going to use the help of a Wookiee?
I was going to flutter.
I was
fair.
just gonna climb down. Yeah, just start making my way down. If there's a line.
I'm saying like an average athletics check to slide down.
I
the
say
rope.
Wookiee go first in case someone
Or you can
falls.
do a coordination either, if that's better. You can do
Okay.
coordination because it can be kind of a strength or a coordination thing to go down.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
Ragnar is able to assist Keenan if Keenan needs it with 1 boost die.
They just come over and they mute it for
3
you.
success. Okay.
Yeah.
You all manage to climb down the rope, and as Keenan's feet hit the metal flooring of this catwalk, a feeling of relief and adrenaline like release just kind of washes over the 4 of you.
Let's find something to hide in.
Who's got that little
Flipping
red
it dark.
star amulet?
I'm flipping a Dark Side Destiny token as well.
Why would
Yeah.
you do
Why
that?
would you do that?
So I can-
That's good.
So at this point, like you hear ships kind of flying around. They don't spot you or anything, but like they're still searching for you.
Okay. I'm looking for a ship that I think doesn't look quite as old and crappy as the others that we can hide on, and while we're hiding, me work on it.
I will say you managed to spot a pretty much, again, kind of an old Republic-y style like lambda shuttle. Return of the Jedi, it's the one that like has the wings that open up. So you find like an old version,
Gotcha.
maybe an older model, very very old model of that.
Works for me.
That seems to be like in less dilapidated conditions than everything else nearby.
I am saying this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
So you managed to walk in, or you managed to get the door open. Maybe Ragro, you want to do an athletics check? Average.
Yeah,
pry it open?
yeah. I'm good at athletics. I can open doors.
Are you saying we
Jar
couldn't?
pickles. I'm saying
Oh.
that it's a very difficult door to open.
So Ragro
One fail,
walks up to
three
the door.
advantage.
Ragro walks up to the door, and the door is so seamless that he can't like get a good grip to open said door.
I got you, buddy. I'll give you some handholds. I'm gonna like use the fusion cutter to kind of cut in some grooves so that he can grab onto them and pull.
Sure. You can try the same check again. 3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay,
You
okay,
managed
that's
to manage to pull the door open, and everybody kind of steps
History?
inside. Again, it is pitch black
I flip on the
inside.
flashlight that we have.
Okay. So you managed to flip on the flashlight, and all in all, like the interior of this is actually pretty in shape. Like the cloth of the seats is still intact.
Smells a little musty, but it's good.
It smells a little musty. Everything's a little dusty, but yeah, it seems to be in relatively decent condition inside. It's kind of one long room. You know, the ship doesn't have like multiple rooms inside of it, so there is a front window to the ship. About this time, another ship kind of like flies overhead, still searching for you guys, and the light is probably able to be seen from
Click off the light.
Great.
I wanna say to everybody, Ragro, over here. Let me put the book down. Who has that star medallion?
Hold on for 2 seconds.
Is
Let
it
us
me?
make sure that we're safe before we try to do stuff like this.
With the flashlight off, it's once again like pretty much pitch black in here. There's a dim light, like one of the lights from the walkway outside the door that's now like cracked open is barely peering in.
Can we try to close that?
You can, but it'll be pitch black.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Let's just sit still and wait for this time to pass. Once everyone's passed, we can turn the light back on. Is that good with everyone?
Yeah, it seems fine to me. I'm gonna take a nap.
I know, Keenan.
Oh, very well.
Like just a couple minutes. Let this blow over.
Everybody
I'm
do
gonna-
an average discipline check. If you want to try to sleep, do an average discipline check.
Yeah, sleepy time.
I'm not sleeping if everyone else is sleeping.
Average discipline.
I'm not sleeping
I'm
either.
sleepy time. Hey,
Okay.
2
If
successes and a threat.
Is Keenan staying awake? Okay,
Yeah.
then I will sleep.
Hang on, Ragro should still be adding.
I don't
2
sleep.
threats to his rolls.
Dang it! That's 3 threat. That's 2 successes and 3 threat.
So you manage to sleep, but you'll wake up in the morning with your 3 strain still.
1 failure, 2 advantages to go.
Mott can heal 2 strain. He tries to sleep, but he is too rattled at the moment. The adrenaline is still pumping through his veins.
2 success, 1 threat.
You may sleep. It's not great sleep because of the threat of maybe being found. So if you sleep, you'll have to keep 1 strain.
Okay, do I heal any wounds when I sleep? Just 1, right?
Just 1 wound. So if you manage to sleep, you can heal 1 wound.
Okay.
Is
And then
Keenan
Keenan's
awake
staying
during all?
Keenan staying
Yeah.
awake as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd
Keenan
like
and
to
Mott.
like eventually like after like an hour I'm gonna get up and like go sit by Keenan. Like you wanna throw some chance cubes?
Sure. Can we see him with the light here?
No, I was just gonna roll them and then make a guess as to what it was.
Ah, okay. Yes.
If they have the divots on them,
I-
you
I-
can feel what the top one is.
Yeah, I roll it. I'm like red and blue.
Good roll.
Thanks. You wanna go?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright.
He shakes
I
it,
like-
throws it. 2 reds.
Wow. Grab it. Roll it.
Mott
Yeah.
rolls it, and it's a 2 blue.
2
Mott,
blue.
That's the second time I've escaped the red fang.
Hey, you know what?
First
Yeah, I
time?
think that's the second time for me too, actually.
Is it?
Second times forever.
Except me.
we have a lot in
Don't
common,
sleep.
more than we thought, huh?
A small club, huh?
What do you think's on those pages in the book?
Keenan, I got no idea. Maybe some. This was it was the history of Dathomir. It said so. I don't know. Hopefully something relevant. I mean, I'd be so disappointed if we go through all this trouble at the end of the day and it's just some relic of historical and this is the old king of Dathomir, and this is the younger king of Dathomir, and then this was the king before that, or whatever. Yeah, if that's all it is, I'm gonna be real sick. Not gonna lie. I expect, I don't know, maybe like a map or something, a pile of credits, something I can sell, a statue where we're like, oh, look, this is, something that I could just sell to like a museum or something for 500,000 credits would be nice.
That would be. I'm hoping the same. I'm hoping this is going to lead into something bigger, something better.
You got a thought on it?
I'm just hoping that whatever we find might be the start of something substantial. something that will resonate in this sector of the galaxy. For me, maybe for us.
Resonate in the galaxy. What are you like? You talking like something big? Like put our names on the map big?
Yes. Yes, Mott.
I don't know if I
We
want
have-
that big.
We have something here that is these pirates obviously I don't even know if they know what this is. They had a piece of the book.
I mean, one of their guys had a piece of the book. I took it, couldn't find anyone to sell it, tried to find a guy's giving us pretty much nothing as far as I'm concerned. We come here, we steal some more. What? We killed the only guy who had any information about it before we could figure out more? How do we even know anyone else knows about it? For all I know, now the Red Fang are after us just because we killed whatever his name is.
Which means all the more to get this, and he kind of looks around and get this ship up and running. It will be no small task for Shay, but I think she has some skill. I think she has some talent.
Yeah, I could see that. I give her a little bit of time and she'll get the thing up and running, I guess. I don't know, dude. You ask me, I think we should lay low. Like, just try to get off. Like, really just disappear, you know? Put our names on the map. I don't know. Especially, look, I'm throwing around the cannon and the gavel, but I realize these guys ain't dumb. They'll recognize our face. Well, they won't recognize my face. I look like whatever I look like.
A very fine
Yeah.
Aqualish.
Thank you. I'd be a very attractive Aqualish, I'm sure.
I think so. I think Shay was even eyeballing you a little bit.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So about
Two
this
red.
time,
Two
like
reds.
Ragro is like muttering in his sleep. He's having dreams, nightmares of a past life.
What about Shay?
Yeah. Shay is just not able to sleep very deeply.
She rolls over. Can
She's
you
just,
guys
like,
talk
on
a
edge.
little
She's
quieter? Rolls back over.
She's kind of like she's passing like in and out of sleep throughout the night, just not getting like a very deep rest.
Curls up next to a giant fluffy ball of fur. Hello.
I don't know if that's necessarily wise considering the Wookiee's having a nightmare,
You don't
but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ragro doesn't dream about taking someone's head. And
Yeah. Might not have a say tomorrow. It's fine.
That wouldn't happen when he's having a nightmare.
No, of course not.
Not at all.
About particular things.
Do Wookiees dream of Wookiee sheep?
I saw that coming.
There might be like a creature on Kashyyyk, the equivalent that they like equate to counting sheep, but
Equivalent of
there's no sheep in Star Wars.
It's way more furry
That's fair.
because everything is furry.
just some nerfs.
everything is
Nerf herder.
Yeah.
Scruffy little nerf herder.
The morning rolls around. Well, it's not really morning. It's still just dark. Same old dark. There's no day or night cycle here,
We are underground.
or anywhere on this level.
dreary.
On this level in Coruscant, there's no day or night cycle. It's all just the
Roll
same.
over, poke the data
dark.
pad to see what time it is.
Lit by maybe lights at some point. Keenan hasn't noticed any ships fly overhead in a few hours.
I think they've given up a search,
All right.
at least for now.
Do you want to look at the book first, or you want
Yeah.
me to start working? Because we can only do
Yes.
one at a time.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's look at the book.
She grabs out the flashlight.
All right.
And Ragro pulls out the book.
And I have
Opens
the
up
gem,
to
right?
the page.
So we shine the light through the
So-
gym.
Yep.
Then
The page. So you see the full circle of the artifact now, the entire transcription around the outer edge, and it reads: "Scarlet flows through the veins, a vessel of power that spills freely from the fallen. A sacrifice beckons, for power is no patient prize. It courses to those bold enough to seize it."
blood, veins, power, person takes. All I get is blood. If you murder someone, you
Is there-
get power. Sounds like Sith stuff.
Do you see any kind of map, any kind of coordinates, any kind of hint?
As you are flipping through kind of the pages, and you get past the pages where that artifact is on, it goes on to speak of a Dathomirian, a Sith acolyte who stored a secret power hidden somewhere underneath Coruscant.
Oh, right.
Oh,
So now we gotta find
Oh,
this
no.
power? I just want to know what it is.
it's here. It's here.
Oh, this isn't worth anything.
You think, well, okay, it doesn't say power like I am the king power. It could be like a weapon, which could be worth a lot.
All right. Yeah, no, I know. I can see the looks in both your faces. Yeah, we'll keep looking for it, but I don't know. This seems like historic mumbo jumbo to me.
I find it intriguing.
Yeah, how old is this book? How do we know that somebody hasn't already stumbled upon it? And like the Empire has excavated how many countless relics from how many different like planets?
But if we don't check, we don't know.
Ah.
This is like the most excited about something you've seen Shay in a bit, besides like stealing a shiny new plane.
Yeah, I mean, I've got no other choice. Sure, we'll keep hunting. Ragro, what do you think?
You know, we might as well look.
The name, oh, by the way, you find the name of the Sith Lord in the book as well. Sorry, I've been trying to find it. It's Darth Nyctra. Sorry, Darth Nyctra.
You can write that down too.
Nyctra.
Oh, that works.
Ooh, we could go ask we could go ask George about this Darth
It is Nyctra.
Nyctra.
I mean, come on, this is all hokey religion nonsense.
Well, I don't believe in it,
Darth
but
powers.
they did have.
For all I know, it's just.
They did have really cool looking weapons. That's all I have to say. And they'd be worth a lot.
Yeah, sure. The lightsabers are cool looking weapons. Yeah, laser swords are
That's
great.
what I'm talking about.
Those are cool.
It could be a
For
lightsaber.
all I know, this is a rock. We're gonna get there, and it'll be a big old red rock, and I'll look at it and be like, "Wow, that's a nice rock." We almost died. How
You
many
could sell
times
it
for
to
a
a
rock?
museum?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll be like, "Hey, look, I found this rock. Does anyone want to buy it?" And they'll look at us.
We won't know
Or-
what it is until we
or
find
Mott.
it.
Mott, the pirates are wanting this too.
Could sell it to pirates.
One pirate wanted it.
Okay, one pirate that wasn't the first mate gave it to the first mate because it was important enough to give to a first mate, and the first mate died for it.
I mean, how do I know they don't all like? How do I know we don't know they all want it?
We don't, but we also don't know what it is till we find it, and I'm not stopping till I find it because I want to know what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I'm not saying we don't. I am curious. I don't know. I'd rather con some people out of their money on the upper levels. You know, like you guys are nice
You
people.
can
We could
do
just go
that
up to the upper
eventually.
levels.
Let's find this
We
first.
Okay.
I can even help you find people to con. They usually look sort of
This
like him, though.
Mott.
And she points at Keenan.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm being conned by him now.
This could be the biggest score of your life. This could be the biggest con of your life. This could be the biggest opportunity.
Or the biggest waste of time, but we don't
But
know
we
until
won't
we do
know.
it.
We won't
Yeah, I
know
mean, look.
until-
Either way, we're stuck down here, and the Red Fang are coming after us.
I need to
so
get working on the ship.
there's no reason not to pursue this, right?
got
No
nothing better
reason
to
not
do.
to.
She grabs the flashlight and starts working on the ship.
What does Ragro think?
He's trying to still like process a lot of like what's the nightmare and the events of yesterday that are fuzzy and weird, while still just letting them kind of discuss. He just looks mostly lost in thought.
Shay,
Does he have any thoughts at this point about the secrets found in the book?
Shay was gonna ask him in character what's going through his head, if that matters. So like, she's gonna ask for a hand. She doesn't really need a hand. She just wants you to pass her things. She's gonna ask like, "Hey, you've been quiet. You okay?"
Yeah, I've had some things that I reliving some memories I'd rather not.
Yeah, been there. I know those feels. What do you think about this treasure? Are you wanting to go after it? Do you even care?
Well, could be incredibly helpful. Could just be some money, which would smooth things over. Ultimately, I think it'll do us more good than not. I think best case scenario, we can use it for something.
What's your angle? What's
What's
your goal? What do you? I know Mott wants to make money and Keenan wants to be known, and I don't know what you want.
What I want... He kind of pauses for a little bit
She doesn't push. She just does her work and is just.
and looks, makes sure the others are not like paying attention or like out of earshot or to some degree. Then he just says, "I'm gonna make the man who ruined my life pay."
Ooh.
That I can relate to. Well, if you ever need help with that, I don't mind.
I appreciate it.
Some people deserve what's coming.
He deserves every single detail.
Is that what brought you here in the first place? Of course not, I mean.
In a roundabout way. Yeah.
Well, I hope we can get what you're looking for, or achieve what you're looking for.
I'll get there eventually.
I don't doubt that.
Just need the money, need the muscle.
You already are the muscle.
Well, he sort of just like kind of shrugs it off and then gets back to helping.
Yeah. She's like, by the way, thanks for the company. I do work on things a lot by myself, so it's nice to just have someone nearby.
And the screen fades to black. To be continued.
Works for
Next
me.
session.
Yeah.
So, really quickly, end of session checklist. Ragro, would you like to roll for obligation?
I rolled last week, but
Did you?
I'll roll.
Oh, you rolled
I
again
just
this week
got
because
what you
yours.
had
Well,
coming.
Ragro's
Okay.
triggered.
That's
so
true.
Ragro rolls.
okay, that's fine.
I forgot whose is where.
We got
85. Come back next week to
85.
find out what that means. Also, the players are going to get 15 XP.
And then I get
18.
20.
Yeah, and then Ragro gets
20 is a
Ragro-
lot better sounding.
20 is a lot.
Our viewers will think we're good people if we get 20.
But you gave them 15.
Yeah. Fine. Take 20.
Yay.
Make
we
sure
all get 15
update
and you get
the-
20?
Okay.
And the reason it's 15 is because I feel like this is kind of maybe the end of like one miniature like arc within the story, and so yeah. This episode was powered by RPG Sessions. Use the link down below, rpgsessions.com, to try out their free and amazing virtual tabletop. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back in 1 week with episode 5. Hope to see you there. Last, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. Until then, and as always, may the Force be with you.